What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys a really cool game. We're still using that Mega Metagross, but we're going up against I would say, the new evolution of what Japanese meta is right now. We see a Mega Blastoise, we see Thundurus, we see Kang, and we see Scrafty. So, which one of these Pokemon doesn't fit? You might think the Blastoise doesn't fit, but then if Blastoise is in the team, and like I said, it is the Mega, Kang doesn't really fit here. And so what people have been doing recently is they've been using like Disable Icy Wind, support regular Kangaskhan. And that's pretty much just what we're going to see in this game. It's obvious this is like a type of rain team with like Thundurus, like spamming like Thunders and Rain Dance, and Blastoise go for those big water spouts. So that's what we're going to be playing against today. We're going to start things up. We're going to get right into it and show you guys a really cool game I played on JP Ladder. So pretty cool stuff. I would say this game is relatively long, about 10 turns, and we're just going to show off just some really cool combos. I was really happy to play this game because a bunch of cool stuff happened. So starting things off, we see Blastoise Thundurus. That's pretty much what I was expecting, especially from the team preview. And I think his team preview actually had Kingdra in it too, so super scary stuff. As we're going to see Mega Blastoise Mega. Remember, that guy gains the Mega Launcher ability, which is going to increase the power of all his Pulse moves by 1.3, I'm pretty sure. No, it's 1.5. It's 1.5, so Blastoise is going to be packing things like Water Pulse, Dark Pulse. Also, ORAS Sphere and all the Sphere moves are boosted by 1.5 as well. So it pretty much makes it so Blastoise can technically stab those moves. So he's going to go for the Dark Pulse this turn. It was pretty predictable, but note that we also saw the Thundurus go for a Sky Drop on my Amoonguss. So Sky Drop Thundurus, Physical Thundurus is actually something that's been seeing a lot of play on Japanese Battle Spot. So I'm not too surprised at this point, because I also made a video about it a couple days ago. I know that it's a really good Pokemon. So we're going to hard switch out my Metagross going in for Sylveon to potentially block the Dark Pulse. As we see Sky Drop come down, and I always love the animation for this thing. Also note that if you're in the air for the Sky Drop, you do still get intimidated. You're still on the board. So luckily for me, my Amoonguss lives at 3 HP. This guy is using a Life Orb on his Thundurus, and he crit. But maybe if he was using a Choice Band like my video about a week ago talked about, he definitely would have picked up the KO. So we do get the Spore off on the Thundurus. That's great for me, as we're going to see him withdraw Thundurus, going into, I believe, Blastoise here. Blastoise would be a great switch in here. There it is. There's that Blastoise. So one cool thing about this team is he has Scrafty, he has Blastoise, and he has Kangaskhan. All three of these Pokemon actually can have access to Fake Out. So that's why you're seeing me switch so much and play so defensively. I just don't want to deal with like multiple fake outs. So this turn we are going to eat the fake out because there's nothing to really fear. But, you know, like, now he can also fake out again. He can fake out with that Blastoise if he wanted to, but we already know he's not going to. He's going to decide to protect with Blastoise instead. I would say that's a much smarter play, as I go for a Rock Slide, and you know I'm going for that Hyper Voice, that juicy Hyper Voice. So Rock Slide, not doing that much to Kangaskhan, but like I said, Kangaskhan and Blastoise, this is going to be a bulky support Kangaskhan. It has Fake Out, has moves like Disable, has Icy Wind, has a bunch of really cool stuff that, unless you're on the top of your game, you don't see coming right away. So, talking about going at right away, we see a Water Spout come out from this guy. Super big damage coming out onto my Lando, as we go for a super power on to the Blastoise slot. I could have Earthquaked. I just wanted to chunk that guy as much as possible to make it so his Water Spouts were as weak as possible for future turns in the game. So we're going to withdraw Sylveon right here. I don't want to eat any of these moves. I decided to go into Amoonguss just to fodder. I'm just foddering right here. As we see Kang activate the Rain Dance. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a Rain Dance Kangaskhan. Isn't that like the funniest thing in the world? Note that it's like faster than everything on the board. It's faster than Blastoise, it's faster than Landorus. And he's going to pick up a double KO. Water Spout was severely weakened by the loss of the HP. It's a move that scales off your base HP. So if you're at like 50%, it's not going to be nearly as strong. But the Rain is going to kind of counterbalance that and make it so it's still chunking for quite a bit, as we come in with my last two Pokemon. Going to be Sylveon and Metagross. I don't really use Sylveon all that often. So I'm really happy to use it this game. I think it's Pokemon I should use more often, but I don't know. Sylveon's really cool, Hyper Voice is really cool, and I really like using a Life Orb set on this guy. So we see Kangaskhan's going to go for an Icy Wind So we've seen Fake Out, we've seen Rain Dance, we've seen Icy Wind. This thing is full of surprises. He's just trying to make my Metagross as slow as possible. The funny thing is, my Metagross is like already really slow, so it's not really like Icy Wind's going to be able to really make it. So I actually would think Blastoise might even be faster than my Metagross, but that's just me. So anyways, he's going to come in with Scrafty here. Scrafty has that fake out pressure we were talking about earlier. He's going to get another Intimidate off. It's going to lower my Metagross' attack. So Metagross isn't going to be doing a whole lot at this point in the game. We're going to go with Protect with Sylveon, just because I think Sylveon is the key to winning this game. It's super effective on Scrafty, can finish off Blastoise, and remember Thundurus is asleep. So I do think Sylveon is the key here. He's going to go for a fake out on my Metagross instead, as well as a Water Spout. So he definitely called my bluff, and that still does a lot of damage to my wall Metagross. So we're switching things up. We're going to go with the Protect with Metagross this turn, because now I'm definitely within Dark Pulse range, which we see him go for, and that's just going to let him open up wide open for that big Hyper Voice, that super Life Orbed Hyper Voice. This is the type of move you want to put a Life Orb on. In previous videos, I was actually talking about, I don't know why people put Life Orb on things and then use moves that have like 40 base power, because you're only getting a 1.3 boost off like 40 base. You want to put it on like the super pixelated, crazy damage Hyper Voice. That's what you want to put your Life Orb on. That's just my opinion. So Sleeping Thunders is going to come in. We're going to be able to pop a Zen Headbutt off on this guy. Metagross is going to get one attack in this game, and we are going to finish it off with a Hyper Voice. So pretty cool game overall. I mean, what can you really take away from this? I think, like I said, he had Kingdra, and I'm pretty sure he had, I think it was Ferrothorn as his last Pokemon. So looking at Team Preview, I mean, no, it wasn't Ferrothorn. What was it? It was a Pokemon that I wanted to KO with Metagross. It was Sylveon. It was Sylveon. That's why I was like, I'm gonna mess that Sylveon up with my Metagross. So overall, Mega Blastoise Thundurus, I've definitely seen that type of play before, but Kangaskhan being a support in the team, I have seen it before, but just now is it really starting to really come into its own and show off just how useful this Pokemon can be, even if it's not holding a Mega Stone. The threat of Mega Kangaskhan is sometimes more deadly than the actual Mega Kangaskhan. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you can work some of this guy's combos into your own teams, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.